buddies, welcome to today's session. In this session, we will be exploring how transport of water takes place in plants. We already know that plants prepare their own food through the process of photosynthesis and it requires light, water, and carbon dioxide. The sunlight is absorbed by the chlorophyll present in the leaves, and carbon dioxide is absorbed through the stomata, and water is absorbed by the roots. So, have you ever wondered how the food prepared in the leaves and water from the soil are transported? Yes. If the distances between the soil contacting organs, that is the roots, and chlorophyll containing organs, that is the leaves, are small, energy and raw materials can easily diffuse to all parts of the plant. Yes, through the process of simple diffusion, which is simply the movement of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration, and hence the energy and raw materials are transported throughout the plant body. But wait, I have a doubt. What if the distance between the roots and leaves is very large, as in the case of taller trees? Have you ever wondered how transport of water takes place in such a tall tree? Yes, these trees are really very conscious of this, as it has a special system developed in their body to assist the transportation. This system is called as the vascular system. The vascular system contains xylem and phloem, which we are already familiar with. So, can you say me between xylem and phloem, which helps in the transport of water? Yeah, you're very right. Xylem helps in the transport of water. And can you say me what are the components of xylem? Yeah, the components of xylem are xylem vessels, xylem fibers, tracheids, and xylem parenchyma. You're very right. So now we explored what are the requirements for the transport of water. But we need to know how exactly are these structures implemented or constructed in the plant body. For example, we all use water through the installed taps in our bathroom and kitchen to access the water which is stored in the water tank on the terrace. And can you say me how the water in tank reaches our taps in bathroom and kitchen? Yes, the water is supplied through the pipelines which acts as a water conducting channel. In the same way, the root is a reservoir of water and the water is supplied through the xylem tissue which interconnects leaves, stems and roots, forming a continuous system of water conducting channels. So by this, water is transported to all parts of the plant. So through the continuous system of water conducting channels, the water is transported to every part of the plant. So I have a doubt again. How does the water move upward which is against the gravity? We all know gravitational law. That is, according to gravitational law, whatever we throw upward will be attracted towards the earth through the gravitational law. But how water is moved upward which is against the gravity? Yes, the plants have a very concrete mechanism to accomplish this. That is, the first method is through the root pressure method. Let us see how it works. We know that roots get water from the soil. Yes, the cells in contact with the soil actively take up ions. Actively in the sense, I mean that this process requires some energy and is not a passive process. And then, which creates a difference in the concentration of the ions between the root and the soil. But the nature won't accept this imbalance. Hence, the ions must revert back to the soil, which again requires some energy, and plant doesn't want to spend energy again. So what happens here is quite fascinating. Actually, here water therefore moves from the soil to the root to eliminate this difference. And yes, the balance is brought in again. And can you say me, what is this process called as? Yes, this process is called as osmosis, which in simpler words we can say movement of water molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration. And then when the water gushes in, it creates an osmotic pressure in the roots. And through this pressure difference, there is a steady movement of water into root xylem, creating a column of water that is steadily pushed upwards from the roots to the leaves. But again, this pressure is not enough to carry water in tall plants. These tall plants have another mechanism to tackle this issue. Can you think of it? Or can you guess it? Yes, it is through transpiration pull. Okay, before moving on, I have a small doubt. When we wander in the sun during a hot sunny day, we sweat a lot. We sweat a lot like this. So I have a doubt. So do plants also sweat like us? As even they remain in sunlight for a very long time, more than us. To check this out, whether do plants also sweat like us, we will perform an activity. Take a polythene bag and cover a branch of a potted plant and keep it under the sun for some 4 to 6 hours. What will you observe after 4 to 6 hours? We will observe that before placing it under the sun, the polythene bag was clear. But after the potted plant was kept for some 4 to 6 hours, water droplets stuck inside the surface of polythene bag. Yeah, hence we can conclude that even plants do sweat like us. And this process is called as transpiration. Yeah, therefore we can state that the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant is called as transpiration. And we should also know that this loss of water molecule occurs through the stomata. As we all know, the stomata opens in the day to leave out oxygen and to absorb carbon dioxide. When it opens, the water molecules are also evolved out, leading to transpiration. Yes. So now let us understand how exactly is this transpiration is related with transpiration pull. Actually, the evaporation of water molecules from the cells of a leaf creates a suction. Yeah, and through this suction, the water is pulled from the roots to the leaves, which is exactly similar to how we suck juice from the juice packet with the help of a straw. Isn't that very fascinating or isn't that very interesting? Yeah, hence we can say that the pressure difference created through transpiration causes transpiration pull that helps in the transport of water in taller plants. Yes, through the transpiration pull. Hence, we can say that transpiration helps in absorption and upward movement of water and dissolved minerals. And even the transpiration also helps in the regulation of temperature. When we sweat, even our body cools down. In the same way, transpiration, which is similar to the sweating, also helps in the regulation of the temperature of the plant body. Hence, we can say that during the daytime, when the stomatas are open for photosynthesis, the transpiration rate is very high, and hence the plants use transpiration pull mechanism to transport water. And during the night time, when the stomatas are closed, transpiration rate is very low, and hence water is transported through the root pressure mechanism. Yes. So let us recall and summarize what we have studied today. Yes. Can you say me which helps in the transport of water in plants? Yes, xylem in plants helps in the transport of water. What are the components of xylem? The components of xylem are vessels, tracheids, xylem fibers and xylem parenchyma. Roots absorb water from the soil through? Yes, through osmosis. In simple and shorter plants, transport of water occurs through? Yes, diffusion and root pressure. In taller plants, transport of water occurs through? Yes, through transpiration pull. Transpiration helps in? Yes, temperature regulation and absorption and upward movement of water and minerals. Yes, hope you all enjoy it. So, buddies, let us meet up again soon with another interesting modules. Hope you all enjoyed today's session and understood what we have explored today. If you have any doubts or want to give any feedback, do let me know in the comment section below. See you soon, buddies. Thank you so much.